When you are running in order to get fitter and build your stamina, you should be mindful of your speed so that you can increase your distance without getting too fatigued. One way of determining this is to follow the talk test, which is done by lots of avid runners. This basically means that if you can talk to your friend comfortably while you're running, then you're at the right speed. Since running can boost your metabolism, it can also make your body process the foods you eat faster. Thus, there may be times when you get hungry earlier than usual. With that, you should listen to your stomach when it says that it's hungry. Because of that, you can address the needs of your body immediately, which is a good thing. While you're running, it is not a good time to be bunching up your shoulders towards your ears. When you run, it is best to relax, so that you can maximize the benefits you can derive from it. Thus, let your jaw hang loose when you're doing it, as well as shake out your arms and your hands in order to relax. One of the biggest mistakes that some runners have is to focus more on the number of miles they have covered. This is actually not the kind of mindset you want to have when you are running. Instead of thinking about the distance covered, you should become more focused on the time spent on it. If you are able to maintain running for a longer period of time, covering a longer distance with it would simply follow. In order to meet new people when you are running, one of the things you can do for it is to sign up with a local running club. To find one, what you can do is to check with running fitness centers. Aside from that, you can also do a quick search through the internet in order to find running clubs in your community. Signing up for a race can actually make you more excited in running. This is because you don't want to be the last person to cross the finish line. Aside from that, finishing the race can also motivate you more. Thus, once you see an upcoming race being promoted, sign up with it as soon as you can. As soon as you make up a good running schedule. There are some people who may get hooked by running, in which they no longer give a chance to other important activities, such as spending time with their loved ones. Thus, make sure that you are able to properly balance your schedule for running and other important matters. This way, you still get to enjoy running without certain people regretting that you got involved with it. One of the most annoying things that you can experience is to have loose change on your shorts when you are running. Thus, you should not carry them whenever you are running. Aside from the fact that it can annoy you, it can also distract others who are running along with you. It is quite normal that you can find yourself talking more about running, even at work or at your own dining table. However, you should not overdo it, since some people may get tired of hearing the same topic from you all day. Try to talk about something else, especially with people who are not interested about running. When it comes to running, one of your goals in it may include increasing your mileage in each running week. However, you should not go beyond 10% when you try to increase the distance that you can cover. Be conscious about this so that you can prevent injuries which can cause you to stop running. Running can actually result in things beginning to rub. This can actually lead to experiencing something painful, such as blisters and even bleeding nipples. To prevent it, make use of clothing that would not cause too much friction. Aside from that, you can also use Vaseline by applying it on the affected areas. When it is your regular running days, it is a good idea to choose running on soft trails. This is because it can prevent lower leg pain, as well as shin splints. Thus, it is best to go through soft trails whenever you are training, and only go through the asphalt whenever you're running on a race. Running 2 hard days straight is actually not a good idea, since it can put too much pressure on your muscles. Aside from that, it would not provide your body with enough time to rest and recuperate. Therefore, it is important to set your hard running days a day or two apart so that your body would be provided with time to recover and prevent overworking your muscles. Once you arrive back at your place, after a hard running day, you may begin to feel body aches or pains. To counter it, one of the best remedies is to apply hot and cold compress on the affected areas alternately. If that would not give you the relief you are looking for, you can always purchase a mild pain reliever for it and pair it with a day or two of rest. Cutting down the rate of your training is a good idea. especially if you do it on the fourth or fifth week. This is because that is usually the time when your body would require some time to recover. To make it simpler, just cut down as much as 30% of your entire running activities for the said weeks. At the start, you should run as lightly as possible so that you would be able to pay attention to your running form. Becoming more conscious on your running form would actually help you prevent injuries. Aside from that, it can also ensure good balance and properly targeting the muscle groups you want to develop. When you do trail running, you would make it a more fun activity since it can offer you a lot of different things to see and hear. To make it more fun, you should have friends do it with you. However, make sure that you bring your bug or mosquito spray when you do so that you can prevent getting bitten by them. Whenever you are running, you don't want to have your toenails jamming your shoes since it can become quite uncomfortable. Thus, you should cut it at desirable lengths just a day or two before running. By doing this, you would become more at ease with your shoes, which is important to prevent accidents and injuries. There are lots of things that you need to do prior to doing long runs. One of which is to apply Vaseline between your toes, since it can prevent blisters. Aside from that, you should also bring enough amounts of water and make sure that you have a good night's rest. You need to be extra careful when you're running on slanted paths. This is because such types of paths can put too much pressure on your hips and knees. Thus, whenever you have a choice, avoid running on slanted paths and prefer those that are flat.